Hi, I'm Florence. I never thought I'd be telling this story, but sometimes life takes unexpected turns that leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the people closest to you. I was arranging flowers in my kitchen when my phone rang. It was my neighbor and dear friend, Evelyn. Florence, how are you doing today? Still working on those gorgeous arrangements? You know me too well, Evelyn. These hydrangeas are being particularly stubborn. What's up? Well, I just got the most beautiful invitation in the mail. Adam and Melissa's wedding. The card is absolutely stunning. Gold embossing, beautiful calligraphy. June 15th at the Lakeview Gardens. Have you started shopping for your mother of the groom dress yet? The scissors in my hand froze mid-cut. What wedding invitation? Oh, I just assumed. It's your son's wedding. I thought you'd have known months ago. Planning these things takes forever, as I'm sure you remember from your own. I set down the flowers carefully, my fingers suddenly numb. Evelyn, I think there's been a mistake. Adam hasn't mentioned any wedding to me. Oh dear. Oh, Florence, I'm so sorry. Maybe the invitation got lost in the mail. That happened to my cousin last year when... No, Evelyn, I don't think that's it. I stared out the window at my garden, where Adam had played as a child. I need to make a call. I'll talk to you later. Of course, dear. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation, but I knew there wasn't. I called my son immediately, but the call went straight to voicemail. I tried again with the same result. Finally, I texted him. We need to talk. Now. 20 minutes later, my doorbell rang. It wasn't Adam. It was my daughter, Samantha. Mom, what's going on? I got 3 missed calls from Adam saying you're upset about something. So he sent you instead of coming himself? Typical. I ushered her inside. Did you know about the wedding? Samantha's face fell, and I had my answer before she even spoke. Mom, please sit down. She guided me to my own couch like I was some fragile elderly person. There's something you should know. Clearly, Adam and Melissa have been planning the wedding for months. It's going to be a small, elegant ceremony. And I'm not invited. The words tasted bitter in my mouth. Samantha winced. It's complicated, Mom. Uncomplicated for me. Adam thinks he's worried that you might... Oh God, this is awful. Sam, just tell me. He thinks you'll embarrass him. There, I said it. Samantha's voice cracked. He's invited all these fancy colleagues and Melissa's family is incredibly wealthy and conservative. He's worried you'll tell your inappropriate jokes or bring up his childhood stories or wear something too colorful. I felt like I'd been slapped. He's ashamed of me? No. Well, not exactly. He's just worried about impressions. Melissa's father is potentially offering Adam a position in his investment firm, and he's nervous about anything jeopardizing that. So his career prospects are more important than his mother? That's not fair, Mom. He's building his future. By erasing his past? By erasing me? My voice was rising now. I raised that boy alone after your father left. I worked 3 jobs to put him through college. I supported every dream he ever had. And this is how he repays me? Mom, please understand. Oh, I understand perfectly. My son is too good for his embarrassing mother now. Well, you can tell Adam that I got the message loud and clear. What are you going to do? Samantha looked worried. I stood up straight, smoothing down my brightly patterned dress, the kind Adam apparently found mortifying. I'm going to find out exactly what's been going on behind my back, and then I'm going to make sure my son never forgets the mother he was so quick to discard. After Samantha left, I made some calls, first to my sister, Patricia. You knew? I demanded when she answered. Florence, calm down. Patricia's voice was maddeningly measured. Adam swore me to secrecy. He said he'd tell you when the time was right. The wedding is in 3 weeks. When exactly was the right time going to be? After the honeymoon? He's in a difficult position. Melissa's family is very traditional. They expect certain things. And I don't fit their mold? Is that it? Patricia sighed heavily. You can be a bit much sometimes, Flo. You know that. Remember at my anniversary party when you told everyone about my secret tattoo? That was 10 years ago, and everyone thought it was hilarious. Roger's boss didn't. Look, I'm not saying Adam is right, but I understand his concern. Well, thanks for nothing. I hung up, fuming. Next, I called my old friend Derek, who worked with Adam at his previous firm. Florence, long time no talk. How's the garden? Never mind the garden, Derek. Did you know about Adam's wedding? A pause. That. So you knew too. Am I the only one who wasn't informed? I got an invitation last week, but I assumed you were involved in the planning. Adam talks about you all the time at work. Apparently not all good things. What do you mean? He's embarrassed by me, Derek. That's why I'm not invited. That can't be right. Adam adores you. Then why exclude his own mother from his wedding? Derek hesitated. Have you met Melissa's parents? The Prestons? No, and apparently I never will. They're intense. Old money, very image conscious. Since Adam started dating Melissa, he's changed. Designer suits, country club memberships. He's trying to fit into their world. By cutting me out of his? I'm not defending him, Florence. Just explaining what I've observed. After speaking with Derek, I drove to my friend Judith's house. Unlike the others, she was appropriately outraged. That ungrateful little... Judith slammed her teacup down. After everything you've done for him. Everyone else seems to think I should understand his position. Nonsense, you're his mother. There is no universe where this is acceptable behavior. Melissa's family is apparently very influential. And that excuses him? Please. Judith scoffed. My daughter married a man whose mother wore a tiara to the ceremony. A tiara! And we all survived. I couldn't help laughing. What should I do, Judith? What do you want to do? Part of me wants to show up anyway, make a scene. That would only prove him right, Judith pointed out. No, you need something more elegant. Something that shows him exactly what he's losing by shutting you out. I'm listening. First, we need more information. My nephew works at Lakeview Gardens. I'll call him right now. 20 minutes and one phone call later, we had details about the ceremony and reception. So, formal morning attire, string quartet, champagne toast. Judith read from her notes. 200 guests, so much for a small ceremony. And a special table for Melissa's family's social circle. Apparently half the city's elite will be there, including Mayor Davis, according to Jason. This is worse than I thought. He really is ashamed of his background, of me. Then it's time he remembered where he came from. Judith's eyes gleamed. I have an idea, but we'll need help. Call Samantha back. She needs to choose a side in this battle. The day before the wedding, I finally confronted Adam. I'd arranged to meet him at the cafe where we used to have Sunday brunches when he was in college. He was 20 minutes late and clearly agitated. Mom, I don't have much time. The rehearsal dinner is tonight and... Sit down, Adam. My voice was quiet but firm. He sat, checking his watch. What's so urgent? Why didn't you invite me to your wedding? His face went pale. Who told you? Does it matter? Everyone knew except me, your mother. Mom, it's complicated. So I've heard. Apparently I'm an embarrassment. Too loud, too colorful, too... me. That's not... He stopped, then tried again. Melissa's family has certain expectations. They're very prominent people. And I'm not prominent enough for them? For you? You don't understand the pressure I'm under. This connection could set me up for life. I understand perfectly. You're ashamed of me. No, I just... He lowered his voice as a nearby couple looked over. I needed this to go perfectly. Mr. Preston is considering me for partnership track. Do you know what that would mean for my career? More than your own mother, apparently. Adam's face hardened. This is exactly what I was worried about. You're making this all about you. Who else should my son's wedding be about from my perspective? You always do this. Everything has to be dramatic with you. Everything has to be a production. You can never just blend in. I'm sorry my personality is such a burden to you. See? This is what I mean. The sarcasm, the guilt trips. Is that what you think this is? A guilt trip? I leaned forward. Adam, you broke my heart. Do you understand that? You took one of the most important moments of your life, and decided I couldn't be part of it. For a moment, his face softened. Mom, I'm sorry if I hurt you. That wasn't my intention. But this wedding has to be perfect. The Prestons are all about appearance and propriety. And I'm neither of those things, am I? You're just different from them. Different. Meaning less than. That's not what I said. It's what you meant. Tell me, does Melissa know you've excluded your mother? Does she approve? Adam shifted uncomfortably. She understands the importance of making the right impression on her family. So she's in on it too. Wonderful. I sat back. You know, I always thought I raised a son who valued family above appearances. I guess I was wrong. Mom, please, if you could just understand. I understand everything now. I stood up. I hope your perfect wedding with your perfect new family is everything you dreamed it would be. Mom, wait. He grabbed my wrist. What are you going to do? I pulled my arm away. What do you care? I'm not invited, remember? Mom, I'm warning you. Don't make a scene. Don't try to crash the wedding. His voice had an edge I'd never heard before. Or what? Or I'll have security remove you. I've already shown them your picture. His words hit me like physical blows. I mean it, Mom. Stay away. You'd have your own mother forcibly removed from your wedding? If you force my hand, yes. He stood up, towering over me. I've worked too hard for this opportunity to let anyone ruin it, even you. Is that a threat, Adam? It's a promise. Stay away tomorrow. I'm serious. He leaned close, his voice a harsh whisper. If you show up, I'll get a restraining order. Don't test me on this. As he stormed out, the couple at the next table stared openly. I'm sorry you had to hear that, I told them, my voice shaking slightly. The woman reached over and touched my hand. Don't apologize. We heard everything. That young man should be ashamed of himself. Her husband nodded. If you need witnesses to how he just spoke to you, we'd be happy to help. I looked at them, an idea forming. Actually, I might take you up on that offer. The day of Adam's wedding dawned bright and clear. By 9 a.m., I was seated in the office of my lawyer, Martin Goldstein, along with the couple from the cafe, Robert and Helen Weaver. So he explicitly threatened you with a restraining order? Martin clarified, making notes. Yes, and he said he'd already given security my photo with instructions to remove me. Helen nodded. We heard the whole thing. He was intimidating her, using his physical presence to threaten. It was disturbing. And this was after discovering he'd deliberately excluded you from this significant family event? Martin asked. Yes. Every other family member and friend was invited except me. I've seen family disputes, but this is extreme, especially the security detail threat. Martin tapped his pen. We have grounds for an emergency injunction. By noon, we had our court order. By 1 p.m., I stood at the entrance to Lakeview Gardens with Martin and 2 police officers, watching guests arrive for the 2 p.m. ceremony. I saw Samantha exit a car, looking nervous in her bridesmaid's dress. Mom, what are you doing here? Adam will do nothing, Martin interrupted, presenting the court document. This injunction prevents him from barring Miss Florence Wilson from attending this public event at a public venue, or from having her removed by security under false pretenses. Samantha's eyes widened. You got a court order? After he threatened me? Yes, he's going to be furious. I'm already furious, I replied. Now we're even. Inside, guests were being seated in the garden. I recognized the Prestons immediately. They looked exactly as I'd imagined. Perfectly coiffed, expensively dressed, surveying everything with entitled disdain. I approached them directly, Martin at my side. Mr. and Mrs. Preston, I'm Florence Wilson, Adam's mother. Mrs. Preston's eyebrows shot up. Adam's mother? But you're not on the seating chart. No, I wasn't invited. Adam decided I might embarrass him in front of you. Mr. Preston frowned. I don't understand. Neither did I. Apparently, Adam was concerned I wouldn't fit in with your image, that I might jeopardize his chances with your firm. That's absurd, Mr. Preston said. "We would never judge someone for their family." Mrs. Preston looked genuinely shocked. "We've been asking to meet you for months. Adam kept saying you were traveling or unavailable." "I live 20 minutes away. I've never been out of the country." Mr. Preston's face darkened. "This is concerning. Very concerning." The ceremony was delayed by 30 minutes. I later learned that Melissa had discovered what Adam had done and was reconsidering the entire wedding. They eventually proceeded, but the atmosphere was tense. I sat in the back row, dignified and silent. When Adam saw me, his face went white, but the police officers standing nearby prevented any scene. At the reception, Melissa approached me. "Mrs. Wilson, I want you to know I had no idea Adam had excluded you. I thought you'd declined because of health issues." That's what he told me. "I'm perfectly healthy, as you can see." I'm mortified. Truly. My parents are, well, they're very upset with Adam. As they should be. What does it say about a man's character when he's ashamed of his own mother? Melissa nodded slowly. It says a lot. More than I realized. 2 months later, I had coffee with Melissa. The partnership offer had been withdrawn. The marriage was being annulled. Adam's carefully constructed facade had crumbled once the Prestons saw his true character. "He called again yesterday," I told Judith as we worked in my garden the following spring. And I didn't answer, just like the 50 calls before that. "Do you think you'll ever forgive him?" I considered the question, pruning shears poised over a rose bush. "Forgiveness isn't the issue. Trust is. He showed me who he really is. Someone who'd discard his mother for social advancement. I believe him." "He's still your son." "Yes, but that doesn't mean he deserves a place in my life anymore." I made a clean cut, removing a diseased branch. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is prune away what's damaged beyond repair. Adam continues to send messages, cards, gifts, all returned unopened. He lost his prestigious job, his connection to the Prestons, and his fiancée. But most importantly, he lost me. He thought I would embarrass him. Instead, I exposed him. And that's a lesson he'll never forget. What would you have done in my situation? Would you have fought back like Florence? Or tried to reconcile with a child who was ashamed of you? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories of family drama and sweet revenge.